Well, season 2 of Killing Floor 3 has came, and yeah, they added some pretty good things. They added new weapons, 4 new weapons, a new prison map, a new specialist being Scully returning from Killing Floor 1 and 2. They also have new weapon mods. They have a new enemy being the Stalker, which is an enemy that was in Killing Floor 1 and 2, which is returning. And some new story missions, which are again not really that good. And some new features like life improvements and things like that. So I thought for today's video I'd go back to Killing Floor 3. And yeah, I did. I went back and I played with my friends in the new season. And honestly, so far, I did enjoy what I played. And this is like nothing new. Like I did a review on Killing Floor 3 previously as my first video. And I did enjoy the game. So I'm going to go over the things I liked and the direction this game is going forward. Now the new weapons season 2 brought the M14 for the sharpshooter, a new AR for commando, a new SMG for medic, and my favorite, the double barrel shotgun, being for engineer. Now all of these, of course, like I just said, the double barrel is my favorite. There's so many cool ways to customize this gun and upgrade it. You can make it from a double to a quad barrel and it does a ton of damage and it is just so much fun to use. It's also pretty decently fast at reloading, so you don't get stuck too much trying to reload. I also think the SMG for the medic's pretty good. I used that a decent amount. I also used the M14 for the sharpshooter. I tried that one too. And I thought that one was just kind of just okay, a little underwhelming in my opinion. And another great weapon they added was also the AR for commando, which I did use a little bit and it was pretty good as well. I like how the direction they're going with these guns, trying to bring it back like how it used to be, with more of like the realistic type of guns, which the community has been asking a lot about because they really wanted that back. They also brought back the way that you can separate specialists and perks, which was something they had in the original Killing Floors, like in 1 and 2. You can play with any specialist you want and a perk. And since they did that, they also brought back Scully, which is like a fan favorite, I guess. I didn't really play much of Killing Floor 1 or 2, so I can't really say too much about the previous game and comparing them. But that is something that was highly requested that was added, which is really nice, and I think it's a nice feature, because you should have the choice to choose what specialist you want. Now the map, on the other hand, is actually also really good too. I like how again they're going for the direction of it fitting the other vibes of the game, being more dark and gritty and gory around the map. This prison map fits it perfectly. It's really getting that original Killing Floor vibe that the game used to go to, which again a lot of the fans really wanted, and now they're bringing it back. And yeah, this map, it plays pretty decently. I think the looks is what is the best part of this map. It plays decently well. There's some open areas and then there's some really small tight areas. So this map can be pretty hard to play on, especially on higher difficulties. So usually the best spot to camp at is like the turret outside of the prison. That's where usually me and my friends went when we played. And that's really the best spot to camp. It's usually on the outside so you can escape easier. Being inside an actual prison though is instantly death most of the time. So you gotta be very careful, but there are some pretty decent spots to camp inside as well, but you're better off being outside. But overall, the map's pretty decently in size, and it's pretty well detailed, and it fits the vibe of how Killing Floor used to be, which is what people mostly wanted. Now with this update, they also brought back a new enemy being the Stalker, and I think this enemy is really good. This enemy, if you're not careful and aware enough, will sneak up on you, because of course she goes invisible. And they're really creepy. They whisper in like your ears and they attack you really fast. In harder difficulties, they can really fuck you up really quick. So stalkers are really good. The way they brought them back was really good. Their design's really cool and creepy. It fits the aesthetic well of Killing Floor 3. And yeah, I'm glad these returned, and I can't wait for more enemies. And I really hope they bring more bosses in the game, and I'm sure they will eventually. Over time they will bring more bosses and more enemies, because you know, just having one more enemy join might not be enough to get people satisfied, because it's just again just one new enemy type. Even though they're really cool, I was really hoping they would bring more in this update for enemies, but yeah, one new enemy type is all we got, and again there's something returning from previous Killing Floors. Now surprisingly enough, for season 2 they brought back more story missions. Now I would give them this: the story missions in season 2 are a little bit better, but overall they're still pretty mid. The missions require you doing kind of the same BS. Go over here, hold the interact button on this, oh shoot these alarms, go back to this map, go back to this map. Some of them are a lot more interesting and better than last season, because last seasons were just overall just awful. But this season's is a lot better when it comes to story missions. Even though the story and the lore in this game no one really cares too much about, So again, it's something I guess to give the player to do, and also gives you a decent amount of rewards, which is pretty nice because they do also have a battle pass in this game, which I think is kind of ridiculous. Because at the end of the day, this is a paid product, a $40 game, and having a battle pass in there, and especially I mentioned this in the last video. They have like bundles you can buy in this game. You can buy like the deluxe edition or the whatever special edition of this game, and you can get like the next like 5 season pass. So they're planning this ahead with the cosmetics and season passes, which kind of sucks that there's a lot of battle pass stuff. But there's a lot of cosmetics you can get for free for doing like the challenges and story mission stuff, which is nice. But then again, that should not be an option to have like a battle pass. But yeah, there is a battle pass, and that's just the new norm now with these live service games, even if they're paid or not. And the cosmetics in the battle pass, I don't even think are that worth it. But yeah, my overall thoughts on the new Killing Floor 3 update. Do I think it's too late for Killing Floor 3? Well, yes and no, and here's why I say that. Killing Floor 3, I think the gameplay, gunplay, and how things just really feel in the overall gameplay is pretty solid. It's such a good foundation that they have, but there are still a lot of things that hold it back, being lack of the new content, because the new content they bring I don't think is enough to justify what it is and to bring people back. And then on top of that, a lot of the things that they're bringing, it's not really new content, it's returning content that should have been in the game previously, like separating the specialists and perks and the new enemy, and the map feeling like an actual original Killing Floor map. So with that being said, I think this game still has a lot of time. I think in the next like 1 or 2 years, this game might be as good as Killing Floor 2. And I've never really had too many times Killing Floor 2, but as everyone says Killing Floor 2 is really good. And yeah, I would believe that. I mean, they have a lot more features, a lot more content. They're providing a lot more in Killing Floor 1 and 2 that they are in 3 from what I've seen. And yeah, I think Killing Floor 3 just needs a lot more time in the oven to get where it's at. But so far, I think this is a good step in the right direction. They just need to put in a little bit more effort and time on their next updates. And yeah, make the story missions better, bring back returning specials that people like Scully and some other things maybe. Get more people's attention, like the OG fans' attentions, bring maybe returning maps, returning like holiday modes. I know there was like really big on like Halloween and Christmas maps. Also, speaking of maps, mods. I think mods, they said they're gonna have eventually. Mods in this game would be perfect. I mean, they were also in Killing Floor 1 and 2, and they were pretty much a staple in that franchise with the custom maps, custom, just whatever, it's mods. I mean, there's an unlimited amount of content you can have there from people who play the game that can make it, which can really help the game thrive. Because right now, the numbers on Killing Floor 3 keeps going down and up, down and up. It's just stuck like 1,000 or 900, which is not really that good, let's be honest. Especially when you compare it to Killing Floor 2, which still has like 2,000 to 3,000 players on the daily. And yeah, Killing Floor 3, again, needs more time in the oven to get where it's at. But so far, I think this is a step in the right direction for the game. And I really hope this game becomes what they want it to be and what the fans want it to be. Because overall, I enjoy this game. I've put in like 80 hours in this game, surprisingly. And I know a lot of people hate and shit on this game. But there is some pretty decent things about this game. That's why I have so much hours in this game. I think this game has a lot going for it. But yeah, that'll be it for today's video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. It's been Kaya TV. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.